From Baltimore, welcome inside Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Baltimore. Just about set to go now. And getting to start for Baltimore, Kyle Braddock. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Hit weakly on the ground. Westberg fires to first on the run. One up, one down. Let's take a check of the Tigers lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
The right fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Detroit, Akil Baddoo. Popped up left side. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Back up the middle and a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Into the outfield, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
He's been swinging it really well lately. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Miguel Cabrera, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Baddoo on second. Torkelson at first. 2 out of the inning. Laser base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score on the board first. It's 1-0. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big time costly mistake there.
Very costly error in the outfield on that one. 2 runs come across, so that's just a tough one to swallow. Some errors you can get bailed out by your pitcher if he's able to work around it, but not here. The damage is already done.
And the 1-0. And that's in for a strike. The 1-1. Back to the mound. And it gets by him. Now a long throw home. Run comes in from second, and they lead by 3.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
And next to hit for Detroit, Andy Ibanez. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. That one off the mark, and that's ball 1.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
Lined, and that's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now Nick Maton. And first offering is fouled off. And the righty deals. Swing and a ball lined out towards center, and he'll play it on a bounce. Carpenter headed for the plate. Mountcastle with a relay home, and he's in there as a run scores. First and second, 2 down. Now it's Zach Short.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
That one's in there, 0-1.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
The pitch. Popped up. Mountcastle makes the play, and it's out number 3. So back now at Oriole Park. Starting in this one, Eduardo Rodriguez.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to.
And let's take a look at the lineup. And a key factor for this club in that leadoff spot, Cedric Mullins.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Comes up empty on the swing, 0-2 now. And that one hit to first. Carpenter. And no throw. He's into first easily. Here's Adley Rutschman. No hits in the shutout yesterday afternoon. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hayes, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. On the ground to the left. Rodriguez tossed to second. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. All set for the start of the inning. Here's a speed threat. Parker Meadows. Bradish back to work. And that one is in for a strike.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
Dave Lawrence assigned to work home plate in this one.
Good umpire, Boog. Very fair, very consistent. Now, I did hear some feedback that he opens up the outside corner a little bit on left-handed hitters, which, you know, for me, I'd be kind of salty. So maybe something to keep an eye on and see if that factors into this one at all.
What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Next pitch misses, and 1-1. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. So 2 down now, and here is Akil Baddoo. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Henderson puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. Welcome back, Anthony Santander at the plate.
The right fielder, Anthony.
And here it comes.
Santander.
Ripped on the ground to second. Tosses to first. And a quick out, number 1. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. 0 for 6 in the series so far.
Ryan Mountcastle.
That one outside. Ball 1. Rodriguez, he's become known as a guy that's really tough to take deep. And that is especially valuable today, Chris, when the ball's going out of the ballpark so much. And 1-2.
It's very important. It's all about run prevention, right? So when you have that, it's a plus. But if you are going to give up the long ball, you want the bases to be empty. And that's where control and command really comes into play for a guy like this.
It's Aaron Hicks now. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Next offering is in for a strike. This has always been the better side for Aaron Hicks. And he hits a ground ball right side. Sends it to first. That's the third out. Inning over. 2-3 go the Orioles. They trail it here 4-0. And welcome back onto the third inning. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Spencer Torkelson. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball one. That one is absolutely belted. That's back. Gone. Home run number 5 on the season, and they add a run. It's 5-0.
That's just a great feeling as a hitter. You let the ball travel, tracked it pretty nicely. He's almost beat there, but he gets the bat head in time, and it's true enough to stay fair. I mean, that's a good feeling when you can hit an opposite field home run, and he did it right there.
And now up to hit Miguel Cabrera. And that'll fall for a base hit.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way.
The 1-0. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Cabrera gets his lead at first. Nobody out. The 2-0 is in for a strike. Well, Siggy here in Baltimore, and crab cakes. We need to get our hands on some crab cakes. You think we'll get someone to maybe run down for us and grab a few?
Absolutely. It's got to happen. Maryland crab cakes.
This ball well hit left center field, and that splits the gap. Cabrera around third. Westberg with a relay throw. One away as the second run of the inning scores.
The times that these guys take infield before ball games, they work on this play right here. And when it comes together perfectly, nice throw to the cutoff man, relay to third. You feel pretty good about cutting that guy off and keeping him from getting a triple and getting an out.
The left-hander on now, Cionel Perez. He's into the game with the bases empty. That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, and I'm kind of partial to my guy Boog down there over that right field wall and some barbecue because Boog. Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Gone. Third home run of the season, and they add on. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And next up for the Tigers, Nick Maton. First pitch, and he just misses. That's to third. Now the throw to first on the run. Got him. 2 outs, base is empty. Zach Short up now for the Tigers. Short measures 5 feet 10 inches, 27 years old. Usually a shortstop, but today he's starting at second base. Mullins makes the grab, and that's the inning. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now 7-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show.
Now stress the profit. Don't flaunt it unless you got it. I'm never waiting for checks.
Back here at the ballpark, now here is Jorge Mateo.
The shortstop.
The wind of the pitch.
Mateo.
And it's fouled away. The wind and the pitch. And that one fouled off.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some guys. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
One down. Jordan Westburg digs in now. First offering misses the mark. Rodriguez, a 6'2 southpaw, 230 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. And now it's even up. One down, base is empty. That one to first. Here's the tag, and he's out.
Batting ninth.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. No hits in the shutout last night. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Wouldn't chase that time.
1-0.
The 1-1. That clips the corner. Swings and misses. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Nothing doing. As we go to the top of the fourth. And now the center fielder, Parker Meadows. And a pitch. That one missed. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
And so the lefty allows the leadoff free pass.
It just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Hammered to center. No doubt about this one. Way out of here. Gone. An absolutely majestic shot. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 9-0.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
And up next for Detroit, Akil Baddoo. 1 for 2. In there, and it's 0-1. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. Slice the other way. That's a base hit.
Back-to-back base hits. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel right to it and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And first offering is fouled off. And that one hammered Mullins. Raging back towards the wall. And that one is out of here. A 2-run homer, and they add a couple more.
Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Danny Coulombe. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball.
Coulombe.
And now it's going to be Miguel Cabrera. That's a strike. Bounced up the middle. Tosses to first. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder. Kerry Carpenter, the next to hit.
The first baseman, Kerry Carpenter.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Ground ball to the right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Andy
2 outs, base is empty. And now the shortstop, Andy Ibanez. And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. That to right. Santander drifts towards it. And that is that. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. We're midway in the 4th. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Baltimore, here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
The center fielder, Cedric
Rodriguez back to work. Out front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Next one off the plate inside. And the count is 1-1. And now 1-2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Soft contact in the air. Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. Round second, digging for 3rd. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. He kind of muscled that one out there, didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
That pitch in for a strike. 0-2 now.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit. And
on the ground. Whips it to first. There for the out. Runner scores from 3rd. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. He's 0 for 1. High fly ball out into left center field. Rutschman retired. 2 down. Now the batter now, Anthony Santander. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. That one blasted deep to right. Badu going back on this one, and it's out of here. Anthony Santander knocks one out, his 2nd of the year, and they inch closer. It's 11-2.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
And into the box for Baltimore, Ryan Mountcastle. And that's in there for strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
The 0-2. And down on strikes. And that will end the inning. Austin
For the
Hayes.
Orioles, the designated hitter, Austin.
And the pitch.
Hayes.
Just missed.
Ball one, no strike.
In the air to left center. Meadows on the move. And it's caught for the out. And now the switch hitting catcher, Adley Rutschman.
Yes.
Swings and misses. 0-1. On the ground right side. Throws to first. And the Orioles down to their final out.
Now batting, right fielder.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. He's already homered in this game. And a foul ball. And the lefty with the 0-1. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it goes just foul. The 0-2. Hard hit right side. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
It seemed like from the first pitch of this ball game, this guy was going to get it done. A quality start. Who knew he'd throw a complete game and get the victory? But an excellent job of continuing to just throw what the catcher put down. He navigated through this ball game, a jam here, a jam there, but ultimately it was an outstanding outing.
And the final 13-2. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 57 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.